Yo, what up? Yo, what up? This preview season has been a little weird for Attack on Titan on this channel in particular because they are doing previews like they've never done before. And so it's been a little wonky about how I have been previewing stuff. We've been talking about new mechanics, the new rules that are introduced in the game, the new card type, the blitz keyword, or the blitz ability. It's not a keyword, but the blitz ability. And we haven't really sat down and really looked at cards altogether. And so I want to change that. And so what we're going to be doing today is at this point, we have about two-thirds of the set, roughly two-thirds of the set previewed. And this is on UVS Ultra, as well as previewed via an exclusive link that UVS Games has sent me. So, hey, big shout out to UVS Games. And they have sent everybody, and I'm going to use these quotes, an exclusive ultra rare for everybody to preview as well. Make sure you check out all of the other content creators out there as well to go see if they have any other exclusive ultra rares, never before seen ultra rares, just like me, so that we can spread the love and do what we got to do. So, without further ado, let's get rocking. I'm gonna click this button, and we're gonna do some Attack on Titan: Battle for Humanity exclusive previews. So here's the way they're gonna do. We got about 200 cards in the set. We're gonna go in set order, and then I'm gonna show you my exclusive preview, and then we're gonna do the character tier list. Onto the fire cards. Seething Anger. 0/5, 1 mid block. This card does not count towards progressive difficulty to play attack cards. Form, mill 2 period, draw 1 card. This card just puts more cards in the discard pile, which I think is interesting. I don't know if this card is very good or not. I can't tell. It depends on like how quick we can like get to a cycle, and does that matter of like this card just like replacing itself and milling 2 cards? There's some idea where like this is a I don't know. I'm just this card is like a classic trap card of like, oh man, I'm gonna play my Slim 60. I'm gonna have 4 Seething Angers, and I'm gonna have 4 of the what's the other card? What's this guy? Death Fire Action. What's the name of this card? Avoiding Conflict. And I'm not gonna have 60 cards in my deck. I'm gonna have 52 cards in my deck or whatever. And then, like, your deck still loses because you're like, man, I still can't kill anybody because I'm playing 8 blank cards in my UniVersus deck, which is not a thing you can do. I don't know. It's fine. Activate the Coordinate. 5/3, 4 high for 6, 1 high block. Ranged weapon. Blitz. Each rival backup loses 2 stamina, period. Pretty good. And then Deadlock Blitz. Your rival flips 3 foundations. That's pretty strong. I guess this is like a way to deal with backups, especially like this thing kills a backup, right? Because I blitz each rival backup loses 2 stamina, and then I hit that backup for 6. So like this is 8 damage to a backup. I mean, it kills them all, right? Like pretty much everybody's backup is getting pretty well mollywopped by this guy. Or at least it's now weak enough that they can't play the ability. We'll move on. So weird he parked there. What? Attack Titans Outrage. 5/3, 5 mid for 5, 1 mid block. Fury. For a lot of backups, you just want them below a certain stamina too. Yeah, that's true. Blitz, discard a card, draw a card. Blitz, if you cycled this game, this deck gets +3/+3. This card says that Endeavor 3 is like crazy, right? This in Endeavor 3 is like one of the craziest moves of all time. Attack Titan's Outrage is like bananas. That's really, really good. That's really, really good. Alright, Besiege. 3/3, 3 mid for 4, Charge Fury, Blitz. This attack can only be blocked by with cards with a printed block modifier of 3 or greater. And then Deadlock Blitz, this deck gets +4 damage, period. This card's a little silly, right? Let's just do a quick jaunt back down memory lane. How many block modifiers of 3 or greater have we seen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. That is not very many for all the cards that we've done. I think Besiege, if you can find a way, this card feels pseudo unblockable most of the time. Cause like this card feels pseudo unblockable most of the time. I am nervous about this card being a 3-diff that says that like it's very hard to block. All it takes is for you to like find a couple Besieges and they just don't have the block for it, and it just is unblockable. There's like no cost on it either. It's just Blitz. Can only block by printed block modifier of 3 or greater. Find any amount of damage on this thing. This card, like with the Attack Titan just like puts 3 damage, 4 damage on his moves. Let me double check. Remove 2 cards from this card pile. This deck gets +4 damage, period. I mean, this is an 8 damage unblockable move, right? Like this card, the Attack Titan just like murders you with this. Like murders you and it's not close. If they're in deadlock, yeah. No, I'm saying no. This is the Attack Titan. Aaron, the Attack Titan. I'll show him. Enhance, remove 2 cards from this card pile. This deck gets 4 damage, right? And so like this just like it's an 8 damage move. It's an 8 damage 3-diff that they can't block. I just like play 2 of those and kill them, right? Like that's crazy. Especially because you ready? I mean, Woman Has Fire. There's Besiege is like insane, guys. Insane. Remove 1 is better. Yeah, I'm just using the Attack Titan or the Attack on Titan stuff. Trying to get in their heads of like why is this 3-diff okay? And the answer is I don't think that it is. Okay. Dig Deep. 4/3, 3 low for 4, powerful 3 ranged. Blitz. If your rival has at least 3 more foundations than you, this deck gets +3 speed. I like this card. This card feels very winning from behind, which I think is neat. This card does not have a lot of art on it. There's a lot of blank black space here. I bet the printers hated this. Paying for all this black ink, huh? Probably has at least 3 more foundations than you. This attack gets +3 speed. This one's interesting. This one is interesting. Alright, Extermination Shot. This deck gets +3 damage if you're attacking a backup. 3-diff, smack a backup. 3-diff, 3 high for 6. I love him just like absolutely demolishing this Titan. It's very cool. It just depends on like the charge punch keywords I think being relevant. Is it being a 3-diff being relevant? Besides that, I think it's whatever. Can you guys believe we're only halfway done? Fiery Stare. 5/3, 5 mid for 5. Blitz, draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards. If the discarded cards share a card type, this attack gets 2 damage. So it's draw 2, discard 2 on an attack. That says when I discard my 2 foundations, because foundations are lame and I don't want them, it gets plus 2 damage. This card's great uncommon. This card's super good. This card's a 2 of in, like, everybody. This card's a 2 of in, like, every single character that can, like, play these symbols. I'm just like, I'm Blitz, draw 2, discard 2. You don't even have to play the ability. 5 diff, 5 mid for 5 with a 2 mid block. Fury ranged. This is great. Heated Clash with Seething Anger. We have seen Seething Anger. Am I crazy? Seething Anger. So I play Seething Anger, mill 2, draw a card. I then get to remove the top 3 cards of my discard pile. This deck gets 1 speed for each foundation removed this way, period. Combo Blitz, this deck gets 4 damage. So this is a 4 mid for 8. That then remove the top 3 cards of my discard pile. This deck gets a speed for each foundation removed this way. This is fine. This card's fine. This is another one of those playmats that I think could really exist. I think the combo existing on being forced from Seething is, like, neat. The fact that Seething doesn't count says that this card is, like, a little better. So it's a 4 diff that gets the plus 4 damage. So 4 diff, 8 damage move if you have it. I'm not in love. I'm sure that there's some idea of, like, it being neat. But I think the fact that it's a very specific card for the combo, I think is a little tough. Incapacitating Strike. 4/3, 3 mid for 5, charge weapon. Blitz, if you have 3 or more attacks in your card pool, draw a card, period. That's great. If Rev has 8 or more foundations, draw a card, period. That's great. This card's cool. If I'm playing it as a 6 diff, my 6 diff 3 mid for 5 says draw a card. This is neat. I think that the top blitz is a little worse than the bottom blitz of, like, if they have 8 or more foundations. And I think we have enough cantrip attacks in the game that, like, this card is not going to see very much play. But it's possible that, like, next year, whenever we have some of that stuff rotate out, that maybe this one could see play. Until then, I think it's fine at best. I think what matters here is what do the keywords look like. Makeshift Maneuver. 2/3, 0 high for 3. It's a 2 high block. Response remove. After this card is discarded during the combat phase, your next attack this turn gets -1 difficulty, period. The question is how are we discarding it? Obviously, like, we had things like Fiery Stare. Draw 2, discard 2. If one of the cards discarded was Makeshift Maneuver, then the next one is also cheaper to play. But if I discard Makeshift Maneuver, that means that I wanted to discard another attack card. Right? Latent? Yeah, I mean, Latent is fine, right? Like, there are ways to discard this card, right? The Mill Aaron 2. Character go. Does he discard a card? Or do you mean the other one? The other one doesn't do it. Yeah. Sag. Alright, moving on. Saving Stab. 5/3. Pony, I guess. Yeah. I mean, I just think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be more difficult to discard this than not. You know. 5/3, 5 low for 5. Blitz. The next attack you play, that gets +3 damage. This is a fine common. This card I don't think we'll ever see play unless the weapon keyword is relevant, which I just don't. It's whatever. Selfish Strike. Another one of these 8/4 non-Titan attacks. 8/4, 6 mid for 12. Fury. Neat. Titan Freefall. 6/3, 5 mid for 6. Powerful Fury Titan. If you've cycled this game, this deck's powerful rating gets +3. This is a powerful 6 diff. Neat one of. I don't think it's very good. I think it's cool. I don't think it's very good. Because I think if you need powerful 6 and you don't have powerful 3, if you need powerful 6 where you don't need powerful 3, something horrible's gone wrong, right? Like this card is very shiny on paper, and then you're like, whoa, that'll never happen. I'll never need powerful 6. It'd be cool though, right? Something horrible has gone wrong, like you paired a Reiner. Yeah. I think I don't like powerful 6 is a cool keyword, but I can count on one hand how many times I have killed somebody with a powerful 7 tasty riff, right? And it feels cool when I do it, but boy howdy, it just like doesn't ever happen. Yeah, cool comment. Wish Hard. 3/3, 4 low for, or 2 low for 4, 1 low block. Snuggy with the 5 gifted. Thanks much, man. I appreciate that. I killed someone with powerful 5 monster fusion. Yeah, it's cool when you do it. It's not needed though. Blitz. If your rival has 6 or more ready foundations, this deck gains stun 2. Response remove. After you discard this card during the combat phase, you draw a card. I mean, this card's crazy. Hopefully, Snuggy, things are going great, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. This card is, I mean, I think scary. I think this Blitz is like a little silly. Again, as soon as you can find damage on these 3 difficulty moves, it's over, which the Attack Titan can. I think the Attack Titan is going to be, what are his 2 symbols? He's got Fire Death. I mean, the Attack Titan just like plays this 3 difficulty package like so unbelievably well. This is not a 2 low for 4, it's a 2 low for 8. Right? And like, this is a 2 low for 8 with stun 2. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Scary. So scary. All right, on to the foundations. We have Capture the Target. 1/5, 3 low block. Enhance once per turn, Tenacious. If you have 3 or more attacks in your card pool, ready this foundation, period. The fire symbol now has more gas. This is an incredible spam for them. Hey, if I'm playing moves, I'm playing more moves. I'm down. I'm ready. Let's rock it. Let's get it rocking. Yeah. Next, we have Differing Perspectives. 1/5, 3 low block. Enhance Commit. This attack gets +1 damage, period. If you have no cards in your hand, this attack gets -2 damage instead. This is a weird-ass card. This is a very, very weird card. Enhance Commit for +1 damage. Just kidding, it was -2 damage instead. I think the big thing about this card is just that it is damage reduction. And, like, you're trying to go to no cards in hand, which is interesting for the fire symbol. I like the fact that it burns out. Right? That's cool. Fast Friends, not to be confused with Fast Friendship. It is a 2/5, 3 high block. Enhance Flip. This deck gets +2 damage, period. If you've cycled this game, this deck gets +4 damage instead. I think this card is neat. I think as a common, as a commoner deck, I think the Fast Friendship is cool. I'm not in love with this card. I think it's fine at best. It's not blowing my hair back, you know? Good and sealed? Yeah, good and sealed. Flip for +4 damage is cool. It's better than like the 3/6 that did the same thing, right? Funeral Pyres. 2/5, 2 mid block, enhance once per turn, remove the top 3 cards of your discard pile. This deck gets -2 damage. This card's crazy. This card's where it's at. This card just says remove the top 3 cards from my discard pile. This deck gets -2 damage. So cool. I love the idea of the fire symbol just like actually burning through its discard pile so fast. I think the idea of the fire symbol removing or milling cards at the top of his deck is lame. I think the fire symbol removing cards out of his discard pile is very cool. Maybe that's weird, but like just remove the cards out of the discard pile. You don't get a second cycle. You need to get the job done now, and I think that this card is very cool at like the elongation of the game. I dig it. Last second dodge. This card is great. 2/5, 2 mid-block, enhance flip. This deck gets -2 speed and loses throw, which I think is rad. I think it's very cool. I love the fact that we have throw hate. This is so neat. This is so cool. Pull from danger. 1/4, 3 high block, enhance flip. This deck gets -3 damage, period. There's so much damage reduction on the fire symbol right now. Deadlock, enhance, commit. This deck gains stun 2. This card is incredible. This card is so good. Just so much damage reduction of E flip. This deck gets -3 damage. And then in deadlock, this deck gets stun 2. If you can ready this card at all, whew. Yeah, I dig it. I dig it. Quiet rapid support, yeah. Quiet contemplation. 1/5, 3 mid block, enhance commit. This deck gets -2 speed. If it is a weapon attack, it gets -2 speed. If it's a weapon, it gets -3 instead. This card's fine. It's a cool common. I think again. 1/5 enhance commit. This deck gets -2 speed. Needs to exist in every single set nonetheless. Weird that it's a Hanji card and talks about weapons, but it's whatever. Repay a debt. This is one of the ugliest cards I've ever seen. What is going on with the face? Crazy. 3/5, 2 low block. While this card is ready in your stage, your attacks with printed difficulty of 5 or greater get +1 damage, period. Deadlock enhance. This attack gets +2 speed, period. Incredible deadlock. Incredible deadlock. Very, very unrealistic static. Because the idea of the printed 5 difficulty or greater cards is that you're going to be committing Foundation to do so. And this is a beautiful card to commit. The Deadlock Enhance is very cool. I like the Deadlock Enhance a lot on for the big attacks matter deck, right? But this one is like, this one's not it for me. I'm not a fan of this guy. Sharp Weapon. 5/3, 3 mid block or 2 mid block, excuse me. Enhance commit. This deck gets +3 damage. Cool. I don't hate it. It's a little overcosted as a 3/5. It probably could exist not as a 3/5. I'm honestly like making another 3/6, right? Of like committing its stats, but again, you have to watch your 6 checks. This deck gets +3 damage, and that's all it does. It's fine. Spring into action. My eyes are starting to hurt. 2/5, 2 low block. Response tenacious flip. After your rival gains health, they lose 2 health, period. That can win the game. Enhance commit. If you've cycled this game, this attack gains stun 2, period. This card is crazy. This card's so good. Great in the sideboard for the top response. And then if there's any way for you to cycle very quickly, right? Just like mill on every single card. Just like giving your moves stun 2 by committing a foundation, especially if there's any way to destroy them or use that ability afterwards, is like so strong. If you can use the entirety of the card, right? Of like, hey, I will commit this and then blow stuff up. It's crazy. The Guilt of Bert Hoover. 2/4, 3 low block, unique. Enhance spin of momentum. This attack gains +3 speed, period. Chaos response flip. After your rival plays an ability that would make you spend one of your would cause you to spend momentum, cancel it. Period. Only playable if your character has the chaos symbol. Spend a momentum. This attack gets +3 speed. Pretty good. Pretty decent move. I'm gonna spend momentum to try and make this move hit. Neat enough. Cool enough.